Sabona single parent.
Buhle kunene. Asha zonke impahla zakho.
Umithi nje esikoleni. Ukhulelwe yini wena?
Kwelo ko principal Ramathuba muthu pregnant again.
Umrata. Yamthanda. Dumela.
Akuyanda control hawo yini.
Abana le scholarship sakho lesoyikhanya ngaso. Sonke sibothu usazozithola yini.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to ASR, African Stories Realized. This is our weekly review of Youngins Season 3, episodes 37 to 39. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Episode 37 picks up in the boys' dorm, where Tumelo revealed to Mahlatse that he was happy Buhle decided to keep the baby, as they shared in the excitement of becoming uncles. The positivity continued into breakfast, with the group bonding over the pending arrival of Buhle's baby. However, in the principal's office, Ramathuba confronted Mahlatse about his recent behavior and questioned if there was anything to report about the students. Mahlatse assured him that all was well, but the principal did not look convinced. Mahlatse then began to panic as he revealed to Tumelo that Ramathuba was onto them, but Tumelo insisted that Buhle's pregnancy was a well-kept secret. Meanwhile, Sefako looked disinterested in his relationship with Palesa and was more interested with spending time with Tumelo, who was too busy to make time for his ex. Back in their room, Sefako confided in Khaya, revealing that he still had feelings for Tumelo and wanted to get back with him. In the girls' dorms, Amo encouraged a reluctant Buhle to tell her parents about the pregnancy. However, they were interrupted by the matron, who ordered Buhle to pack her bags and make her way to the office. At the principal's office, she found her father waiting, and Ramathuba wasted no time revealing that she was pregnant. The episode ends with Buhle's father ordering her to pack her things because her time at Olifant is over. Episode 38 picks up with Buhle begging her father to let her stay in school and finish matric, but Buhle's father insisted he couldn't trust her to make decisions for herself as he dressed her down in front of her schoolmates. Back in her room, he continued berating her as he helped her pack, but Buhle stood up for herself and the baby, begging her father to let her make things right. Buhle reiterated her desire to finish matric and go to university, and in a surprising turn of events, the good pastor agreed to help Buhle raise her baby while she pursued her studies. However, he demanded that Buhle give him the contact details to the baby's father. Meanwhile, Sefako was eager to spend time with Tumelo, who was too concerned about Buhle to notice. Mahlatse then confronted Buhle for revealing Buhle's secret before confessing to his friends that it was his girlfriend who snitched. Tumelo then decided to give Buhle some advice about Mahlatse and their friendship, revealing that they go way back and that Mahlatse has always been the one to keep them grounded. A furious Kabelo then confronted Buhle for giving up his details to her father, but Khaya and the rest of the gents stepped in to protect her, threatening to beat up the disrespectful Kabelo. Ramathuba then arrived, questioning why Buhle was still on the premises, insisting that he wanted her gone. However, Buhle refused, informing the principal that she will finish her matric at Olifant, whether he likes it or not. Ramathuba was still determined to remove her, even threatening to call security until Buhle stepped in, firing back at the principal with regulations that forbade him from expelling a pregnant student. Ramathuba was defiant, but the students stood united against the principal, and the episode ends with them walking away in defeat as the students celebrated. Episode 39 picks up in the cafeteria, where the Big Five continued to celebrate their recent victory over the principal, even inviting Buhle to sit with them before thanking her for helping them stand against Ramathuba. Buhle continued hanging with the Big Five as they caught her up on all the adventures they had been through. Buhle then revealed that Kabelo and his family had been forced to accept the baby, and despite her parents' disappointment, she shared that her mother was excited to be a grandmother. Sefako then met up with Tumelo, revealing that he missed him, suggesting that he's over Palesa and wants to get back together with his ex. Meanwhile, Ramathuba confronted Mahlatse for turning his back on him, but Mahlatse defended his actions, insisting that the principal was wrong. However, Ramathuba threatened Mahlatse, suggesting that the scholarship he helped him get might be in jeopardy. Buhle then thanked Khaya for supporting her, but Khaya insisted that he would still be there for her, revealing that he wants to drop out of school and help her raise the baby. However, Buhle insisted that he didn't have to do that for her and encouraged him to finish school. Mahlatse then apologized to Khaya for giving them a hard time this term as they officially buried the hatchet. Khaya then asked Mahlatse to help him catch up with his schoolwork so he could be ready to write matric. A focused Khaya went to Ramathuba and submitted some of his outstanding assignments, revealing to the principal that he's eager to finish matric and leave Olifant. Despite being impressed by the work he submitted, Ramathuba revealed to a confused Khaya that it was too late. The principal then addressed all the grade 12 students in the hall, announcing that in an effort to maintain the school's 100% matric pass rate, some learners would be forced to repeat grade 11. The episode ends with the principal revealing that Khaya is one of those students. I feel bad for Khaya, but these are the consequences. It's crazy because if he does repeat grade 11, this would mean that he would be with Mahlatse and Amo and all the other grade 10s in the following school year. Just when it looked like he was adopting the right attitude, the principal humbled him, and his marks have to be really bad if Mazambane wasn't forced to repeat as well. For weeks, Sefako and Amo tried to get Khaya to focus on his schoolwork, and even as early as the first episode today, he was ready to drop out and help Buhle raise her child, which is crazy because they're not even in a relationship. He's running away from his responsibilities but wants to take up the responsibilities of others. It just doesn't make sense. There are a few things that Khaya has said recently which makes me think that his father was also a high school dropout, which is why he's always valued his son's education, and I think we'll definitely be seeing Freddy next week. Despite his shortfalls at home, Pastor Musa has proven to be a great dad to Buhle throughout this entire show. I actually saw the actor play a similar role on another show, and I really enjoyed his character. He's played a great supporting role, and he makes Buhle's character so much more relatable, which is something I can say about most of the parents of the Big Five. It's also good that he stepped in to make Kabelo take responsibility, regardless of if he wanted to be in the child's life. A lot of Southern African customs demand that you pay damages for the conception of a woman's firstborn or a baby that was born out of wedlock. It's very important for a child to know where they're from because these are their roots, and as a father, that's the very least you can do for your child, give them some roots. Tumelo's growth has really been amazing this season, and I hope he turns down Sefako, because his worst moments on the show were because of that relationship. He didn't even notice that Sefako wanted him back initially, because I don't think he's interested like that anymore. Tumelo's chat with Buhle also showed his maturity and was ultimately the reason why she made her stand with them against the principal. I'm really impressed with his character this season. Buhle did snitch, but she redeemed herself in a big way, ultimately earning the trust and acceptance of the Big Five, something which we speculated that she might be yearning for. However, things are ice cold between her and Mahlatse, but with 2 weeks left, I wonder how him and Amo could possibly find their way back to each other. I'm honestly getting a bit nervous because there are a lot of loose ends that the show needs to tie up in the last 2 weeks. It was nice to see Khaya and Mahlatse burying the hatchet, with Khaya acknowledging that he also lost himself when he was under the influence of Mthembu. However, there's still the matter of Mahlatse and Buhle hooking up. I actually thought Mahlatse was about to confess to Khaya when he was apologizing, cause it's hard to believe that the show still hasn't used that plot point so late in the season. Some of us in the comments are still questioning if Kabelo is actually the father of Buhle's baby, because the 3 months timeline points more towards her affair with Mahlatse. The show has been very ambiguous with how time passes in the Youngins world, but what we do know is that each season represents a school term, so it's hard to believe that Kabelo's storyline played out in the 3rd term, which is only about 3 months long. It raises some serious doubt over him being the father of Buhle's baby, if she is indeed over 3 months pregnant. So maybe the show is saving one last twist for us, but we'll have to wait and see. There's some scenes where it does feel like the show is saying goodbye and paying homage to previous seasons, but it honestly feels like they want to run it back for another season, and I don't think any of us would object to that. I really enjoyed today's episodes, but I'm curious how the show is gonna wrap up this season. These final 2 weeks need to deliver. Big up to everyone who's been keeping me company in the comments. I tried to get this video out as quick as possible so we could discuss. I'm looking forward to reading your reviews as always. Youngins Season 3 is streaming every Friday on Showmax. Thank you for watching. We'll be back next week with another review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is ASR for the love of African filmmaking and storytelling.